There's a ton of fur in this corner, and there's a mama, well, hopefully soon to be mama, who looks like, to me at least, it looks like she might be in labor or nurse. I think she's in labor. So isn't that awesome? So I don't want to disturb her too much, but she's just laying there in a nest that wasn't there this morning in the poop spot where I sweep all the extra nasty poop. There's tons of fur pulled. She's giving birth right now. Get out of the way. Right now, move. So she's crouched, and her bum, instead of being out, it's kind of like to the side a little bit. And look, she's just giving birth right now. She's doing it right now. It's coming out. She's cleaning, getting the placenta off, and there are babies. Like, I saw them right there. Ron is licking them. Oh, she's giving birth right now. This is so cool. You hardly ever get to see this. So they're newborn babies. Look, and they're still wet too. So I don't know if she's done or what. So I'm gonna just, oh, this is so exciting. Ronwin is cleaning up the blood and kind of gross wet stuff around the babies. That's really interesting. He's the buck in the colony. He didn't breed her, but it's interesting. I don't know if this is what bucks usually do or what, but he's being very, very nice to the poor babies, and he's being really sweet. So it's cool to see how in the colony, the rabbits snuggle and the buck helps clean up the doe's babies, and it's just so cute. Now, well, I guess they do have fur. It's kind of all the fur was pushed to one side, and the babies were uncovered, but they've now crawled into the fur and are nice and warm. But that's not a ton of fur, but there is some. Oh, here she comes. She's coming back. So I don't want to mess with her because this is her first litter. I don't want anything to go wrong. So, So Saylla chose to give birth in the same spot Rinna did, but we moved Rinna's babies into a nest box, and then she abandoned them and started nursing Henwin's litter. And so we ended up moving Rinna's babies in with Henwin's litter, so they're now two moms nursing two litters in the same nest. But Saylla, so I don't know if my moving Rinna's litter caused her to abandon it, or if she abandoned it anyways, or what. So I'm kind of afraid now that if I move Saylla's litter into a nest box like he did with Rinna's, that she might abandon it too, especially because she's a first-time mom. So I don't know what to do. Oh, breeding just happened. Just now. I saw. So we will mark this on the calendar, and we won't show the actual breeding part, but yeah. This mama doe literally just gave birth like 2 minutes ago, and now she's rebred. Rabbits are so awesome. Aren't you awesome? Uh-oh, what is this? What is this? Is this a baby? What is this? Oh, what is this? It's a head. What is this thing? It looks like, oh, you guys, it's a half-eaten bunny head. The skin's all eaten off except for the nose. Ew, I just touched that. Okay. Oh, fall off number 2. So right here we have a headless, well, only a head of a rabbit, a newborn baby. So I don't know if this is another one of Lolo's or what, but this day is weird. So now Saylla is cleaning herself off from giving birth, I think. So I think we came in just at the tail end of her giving birth. Let's look at those babies again. Are we gonna get a third fall off? She's eating and being bred at the same time 2 minutes after she just gave birth. So we just got out the first baby. He's nice and full, which makes me super glad. So his mom is a harlequin, and his dad is a champagne d'argent, and so he has black on his top, and then he's so wrinkly and kind of looks like, like when milk dries, kind of like sticky, and he has white on the bottom. So he's just a new little born baby. All right, so we just finished checking all of them. There are 6. 4 of them look like they're black on top and then white on bottom, like otters or chinchillas or that type of color. And then 2 of them are solid blacks. Ordinarily, I would just move them to a nest box and it'd be fine. But last time I did that, she abandoned them and it worked out okay. But I don't want to, But there's like a little crack back there that they could get. Oh, there's dust on, there's fur on my, okay. There's a little crack back there they could get in. They could crawl out anywhere. And I'm really worried because, like, if they crawl out of the nest and get cold, they will freeze to death and die. Or it'll just be really stressful and hard to, warm them back up. So I'm afraid to leave them there. But then I'm also really afraid to move them now. What if we had a cardboard box That's just that size. Let's see if we have one of those. Okay, so I decided to leave these guys in this little nest crevice thing, but I added a few improvements to make it more safe. So first, we have this little gap between the last nest box and this big pole. So I added a little piece of wood right there so that they can't crawl back in here and get cold. And then also, right here, used to be all open so they could crawl right out, but now I have a little board so that they can't crawl up and Mama can still crawl in very easily. Hi, Mama. You're doing a good job checking your babies. So now we are all safe and secure in that little baby area, and I figured it is kind of risky to move them just because of the bad experience I had before, but also if I move this litter, then the next mom who's going to give birth will probably use that same spot because that's what seems to be happening. So now we have the problems all solved, and we'll see how this litter does, but so far they're doing great. They're all fed, and Mama's being very good and checking on them but not being super overprotective, so I'm very happy so far. Alright, so it's the evening and we're coming to check on these new babies, and Rinna is very interested in what we're doing. I don't know if she just adopts all the babies because she seems like she is. Hey, don't eat that, please. Okay, let's check on them now. They're so little. Hi, babies. Hi. Hello. Are you looking full? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, all of them are nice and warm in their beautiful nest of fur. They're all in their nest. So there we go, all ready to sleep for the night. Alright, so it's the next morning, and let's see if any of these babies are dead. Let's see who's alive. Let's see if they're all fed. I really hope they're all alive and fed, but you know, you never do know with first-time moms especially, so. Alright, here they are. One looks not newly fed, but that's okay. 2, ooh, looks kind of fed. 3, 4, 5, and 6, so they're all alive. They all look full, but I think that's from yesterday's feeding. So maybe Saylla just hasn't had a chance to feed them yet, but yeah, so that's good news. So it's the evening, and I just finished checking on Saylla's litter. They haven't been fed yet, but Saylla is looking at them like maybe she wants to feed them. And they weren't fed this morning when I checked them, but I came and checked them kind of in the afternoonish, and they were nice and full. So I checked on them before Saylla fed them, and then I left in the morning, and then Saylla fed them. So I think the same thing is going to happen tonight, where I check on them and then leave, and then sometime in the night she will feed them. So that happened this morning, and I'm hoping it'll happen tonight, and everything will be good. So last night, Saylla didn't feed her babies. This morning she didn't feed her babies. So now I'm trying to see. I put her in this box, see if she'll nurse them, but she doesn't seem like she's interested in nursing them. So my options left are try to hold her down, or try some other rabbit to hold down so they are forced to nurse the babies, or adopt the babies into someone else's nest. So I'm going to try to hold down Saylla, and hopefully that works. So I just finished nursing all 6 of the kits on Saylla. She did great with her first batch. I did them in 2 batches of 3 so I could keep track of them easier. I held her on my lap and sort of held her down in position and let the kits nurse under her. The first 3 went great. The first 2 of 3 got really full. The third one got kind of full, and then the other 3, she was kind of getting antsy, so we held them there for a while, but I don't think they quite nursed as well as the other ones. So as you can see, this little runt, he's still pretty skinny, but he did get a chance to eat. So if he did eat, then good. If he didn't, at least if he got a little bit in him, that's good. But if he didn't eat at all, I mean, that's not good. So there's been a lot of like 3 or 4 bunnies peeing on my lap throughout this process. So I think we're going to call it a day and put them back in their nest box and see what we're going to do in the night. I don't know if we're going to keep forcing Saylla to nurse them, or if she's going to nurse them on her own again, or what. But yeah, we're going to see. Look at that good mom. I think she's nursing them right now. What if I put some of the babies who didn't get a chance to nurse on her? Alright, so I just finished putting the 4 of Sayla's kids that didn't get enough to eat on Saylla in Rinna's nest. Rinna and Hinwin, they're sharing a nest, while Rinna just happened to be feeding them. So these kits in this nest get fed 4 times a day, I believe. I think Rinna feeds them twice a day, and Hinwin feeds them twice a day, because I see them feeding them at like odd hours all the time. So thankfully, I was able to catch this, and Rinna is a good mom. She checks on Sayla's litter. She's very interested in all the baby bunnies. So I think she's gonna accept them just fine. The only worry is that they will not get to eat because the other kids in there are a week older than them. But if they get a little bit of milk, that's great. If they can't get any, that's alright too. So we should just see what happens. Ron, get out of there. So we have Rinna and Henry's litter in here. Let's see if we can find Sayla's babies. Oh, here they are. The older litter just opened their eyes a few days ago. So they Sayla's babies only got a few, maybe like 30 seconds to nurse. And there are 4 of them. Let's just make sure we got 4 out. So then these guys are going back in. Wait, is this? No, this isn't a young. This is an old. Okay. So 4 and then 2 are already in there. These guys are going back with Sayla's nest. So there are like 2 or 3 babies nursing under Rinna. So I grabbed one of the smallest of Sayla's babies and stuck her under there. And so we're going to see if that little one can get some more milk or what. So hopefully it works, maybe. Such a good mommy. Licking the pee and poo off of the babies. Such a good mommy. Yeah, so good. So some of Sayla's kids are nice and well fed. Some of them are medium fed. Some of them are hardly fed at all. The few times I tried to nurse them on other rabbits, it didn't really work. They just weren't, they weren't feisty enough to latch on or whatever. So yeah, some of them are good, but not all of them are good. So we shall see what happens. Guys, they look fed. They feel fed. Sayla's babies. I came on checking on them tonight, and there are like 1 or 2 little renties who didn't get quite full, but look at these belly. Look at it. So full. So I don't know if Saylla, he looks kind of skinny still, but everyone else looks good. And he has something in his belly, even if it's not as much as the other guys. So I don't know. Well, so I'm hoping Saylla nursed them because that's their mom. But if Rinna decided to nurse them because she's just a crazy mom or I don't know what. But someone is nursing them. They have full bellies. So I'm so happy. So happy. And someone who has black fur has built a beautiful nest in this nest box and piled up bedding in front of it. So I don't think it's Lolo. So it's either Adelaide or Ivy. I guess it could be Lolo, but I really doubt that. So there might be more babies coming soon. Mama's checking out what I'm doing to her babies. She isn't attacking me or getting mad. She's just like, what are you doing? That is a good rat mom right there. So Sayla's babies were fed when they were first born, and then they were fed for, I don't remember exactly right now, but you just saw it in this early in the video, so like 1 or 2 more times they were nice and full, and then they weren't full, and I was like, oh no, she abandoned them. So I forced her to nurse them, and then they were full and happy after that. And the forced nursing didn't really work. So I don't know if forcing Saylla to nurse them was what helped. I don't know if I helped it out. I don't know if it hurt. I don't know if it was just unnecessary or if that was the cause that made her go, oh yeah, I should feed these babies. So could have been the super stressful, annoying thing for me and all the rabbits that wasn't necessary, and I didn't really need to do it because she just forgot that day or something, because she's a first-time mom, so it's not uncommon for them to do poor jobs with their litters. But everything's back to normal. They're being fed. She's taking care of them. So I don't know if forcing her to nurse them reminded her and was like, oh yeah, I'd have to take care of these babies. So I'm glad I did it, even if it wasn't necessary, just in case it was. So everything's going great here, and I think I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to press the like button, as well as subscribe for more videos like this, and comment below with any questions or problems or comments you may have. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Look at Saylla. That's her. There's her baby. She's just sitting by there, guarding them, just being with them. What a good mom. Good job, Mommy.